Hi dudes, I'm Brooke. What's your favorite social media? Most of you would probably say TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Gmail, the Jeremy Renner app, but there are some sick freaks out there who will look you dead in your eyes and say, LinkedIn. In the capitalist corporate hellscape that we live in, a lot of us have no choice but to create a LinkedIn account at some point, but to know that there are people out there that are enjoying it just makes my skin crawl. Small lore drop here, but I worked in marketing for years before getting laid off earlier this year, and to keep myself from losing my mind amidst my unsuccessful and extremely frustrating job search, I started this YouTube channel. So I'm very familiar with LinkedIn. Their scammy job posts are the reason that I now get over 50 scam calls a day. So step into my office, because today we're diving into the most unhinged shit I've ever seen posted on LinkedIn, thanks to the subreddit LinkedIn Lunatics. If you're not familiar with LinkedIn, it's basically like a career networking platform. It's like social media for jobs, so you can network with other people that are either in your industry or related to your industry and kind of use it to make connections that are supposed to help your career. People also post jobs on the platform and apply to jobs and reach out about other opportunities and things like that. So the first one I want to show you is from a guy named Michael, who felt that this was an appropriate thing to post on LinkedIn. Romantic relationships are messy as fuck. The friction is inevitable once the honeymoon period wears off. So what are your alternatives? Become a monk or nun, NSA, no strings attached, arrangements, which is what I've been doing for the last 8 years. If you want total peace, go the monk route. If you want almost total peace, do what I do. Casual dating without ever getting emotionally attached. Traditional relationships and total peace rarely go hand in hand. 99% of the time, they don't. I only know one couple who never argues. They're both my clients. I've been to their wedding, and they're ridiculously perfect for each other. And I know a lot of couples. Where I'm going with this, I want you to be happy. If you're in a traditional relationship, expect turbulence. As long as the upside outweighs the downside, stay. If it doesn't, fucking walk. And then he has a really intense headshot of him. This is really funny because, first of all, I don't know what he coaches, but unless it's like it says radical transformation, I mean, unless it's legitimately like he's a relationship coach, which if you're a relationship coach, I don't love that you're just doing no strings attached arrangements for the last 8 years and that's what you recommend for people and you don't believe in traditional relationships. You probably shouldn't be a relationship coach. So I hope he's not a relationship coach. To assert that it's a bad thing that no couples never fight, and he knows one couple that never fights and they're perfect for each other, they never fight in front of you. Of course they don't fight in front of you. That doesn't mean they don't ever fight. Every couple fights. It's actually crazy and weird if they don't fight. That probably means they just don't talk to each other or communicate whatsoever. I'm not talking about like yelling at each other. My husband and I never yell at each other, but like we communicate when we're frustrated with each other. If you're never frustrated with your partner, you're just not communicating when you're frustrated with your partner, or you just got together and you haven't found what frustrates you yet, because no person is perfect. I could literally clone myself and be in a room with myself and be like, yeah, you're pissing me off. It's also just so funny to make this the caption to him posting his headshot, and the headshot's like so intense. Okay, this one is by a guy named Robert, and low-key, he's cooking. I'm not even fucking around, like he's onto something here. He says, let's talk about one of the real reasons people don't want to go back into the office. They don't want to take a shit at work. At home, the bathroom's private, comfortable, safe. No, I hope no one heard that anxiety. No awkward eye contact with the receptionist that saw me enter the bathroom 15 minutes ago and knows exactly what I just did in there. Meanwhile, in the office, it's stall roulette. Industrial toilet paper, the silent war of pretending nobody else is in there. If you're serious about bringing people back, skip the ping pong tables and cold brew on tap. Rethink how you people shit at work. How your people, I'm assuming. Instead of large, collective, centrally located bathrooms, distribute individual, private, well-ventilated, well-lit, sound-insulated pods throughout different parts of the office. This guy shits. Next level, add a bidet. Make it feel like home. Better yet, make it better than home. I'm being dead serious. Make shitting at work a better experience than shitting at home, and you'll be eliminating one of the unspoken reasons people don't want to return to the office. People want dignity, comfort, autonomy, even, especially, in the bathroom. And then he attached a stock photo of people taking a shit. This is so fucking funny to post on LinkedIn, but he's also not wrong. I had an old job that had really toxic management, and one time I was just having stomach issues one day, And I went to the bathroom. I had already taken my 10 that day, and like you have to let the manager know when you're taking your 10. There was like a lot of us on my team or whatever, so it's not like my manager would be like, "Where's Brooke?" It was very like there's a lot of us to worry about. I went to the restroom and it took longer than it normally would because I was not feeling good. I was shitting. I was taking a shit. And I probably took like 10 minutes or so, and I came back. Also, fuck you, I'm gonna take my time. Sorry. I get a nickel, boss gets a dime. That's why I poop on company time. That's a rhyme for a reason. Anyway, I get back to my desk and I get this like extremely passive-aggressive, condescending Slack that was like, hey, just a reminder, you only get one 10-minute break. So if you need a second 10-minute break, you need to let me know, or something like that. It was years ago, I don't remember. And I was like, I was in the bathroom, period. Cause like, what the fuck? Like, did you time me? Like, Jesus Christ. It was insane. I was like, girl, it was not gone for that long. As long as people are getting their work done, who gives a fuck? So yeah, I'm with Robert. People want dignity, comfort, autonomy, even, especially in the bathroom. So this one is from Jason, who is a Chief Information Security Officer. He says, confession time. I might be turning into the get off my lawn guy of cybersecurity meetings. Okay, well, at least we're self-aware. Today's episode, a sales team that pursued me like I was the last CISO on Earth finally got me on a Zoom call. Kudos. Oh, well, aren't you just hard to get? Their lead shows up in a baseball cap and hoodie while I'm in my collared shirt, looking like I'm auditioning for a professional adults of LinkedIn calendar.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
As I stared at my screen, wondering if I'd accidentally joined a fantasy football draft instead of a security product demo, I caught myself thinking, is this really bothering me? Am I that outdated? Yep. Maybe I am. Maybe in 2025, dress for success has been replaced with dress like you're grabbing milk from the corner store. Maybe my collection of business casual attire is taking up valuable closet space that could be filled with comfy hoodies. It's so condescending and so fucking rude for no reason. So judgmental. Well, here's my antiquated take. When you've worked hard to get someone's time, showing up looking like you've put in at least minimal effort seems like a reasonable courtesy. Not because of titles or budgets, but because it signals you value the interaction. The call was brief, not entirely because of the casual attire, but it certainly set a tone that suggested this might not be a partnership of aligned priorities. Fellow dinosaurs, or am I alone in this? Has the professional dress code officially gone kaput? Or is there still merit in showing up looking like you didn't just roll out of bed for a business meeting? And he attached a photo of their meeting and he like censored it, sure, but he shows like what the person was wearing and they're like in a hoodie and a hat. And he's just dead ass in a like cotton polo tee. Like, it's not like he's in like a nice, tie and collared shirt combo and a blazer or something like that. First of all, whatever bro has in the background looks like a vibe. He's literally just wearing a cotton polo. This isn't like business attire. It's like pretty casual. This old way of thinking of being so overly worried about what people look like and dress like and how if they have tattoos and how they're presenting themselves and like what's professional and what's not professional. It's like, yes, I understand there's like time and place and I don't want to like show up to the office in a corset and a thong, but there's also like jobs that won't hire people who, like I said, have tattoos or piercings, or who won't hire people who have like non-naturally colored hair, like who have vivids like pink, green, etc. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, is that making the quality of their work any different? It's so stupid. Like, who genuinely gives a fuck? It's such a weird, outdated way of thinking that we're still sometimes holding on to. And it's people that look like this guy that are doing it, always. It's so bizarre. Next, we have this one from someone who sounds like a fake character, Stacey Champagne. She says, I've had multiple clear-cut... I'm sorry, this one tickles me. It's crazy. I've had multiple clear-cut career accomplishments in 2024. My husband, 0. No certifications. No college courses completed. No documentary features. No awards. How do you do that? I asked from across the dining table. How are you able to go through a whole year without doing any sort of these things and be okay? He didn't have a response. There's so much to unpack and learn from an exchange like this. I'd unpack some divorce papers. What the fuck is wrong with you? They're like having dinner and she really looked at her husband and said, How do you be so unremarkable for the whole year and fucking sleep at night? How do you put your head on the pillow after doing absolutely fucking nothing with your career for the entire year? I noticed you weren't in Forbes this year. Does that not haunt you? You can sleep? Interesting. I couldn't. Specifically, what's standing in the way of my ability to be content without conventional markers of accomplishment? My gut says that this is a question that many people, namely high-performing women, grapple with too. I don't have an answer, but I'm curious what your thoughts are. Could you go a year without a single new certification, interview, award, promotion, and be okay with yourself for it? What about an Oxford comma? Would you think of a colleague, direct report, manager, friend, or spouse differently for not doing so? So she's just saying she does think of him differently. Bro, because he didn't take like a Google course that year? Who gives a fuck? That is such insane behavior. Okay, and this might be my favorite post, not just on LinkedIn, but that I've ever fucking seen in my life. I think I quote this all the time, and I will continue to. And I don't even have the rest of the post. I don't have the like see more or whatever. Just the beginning is so fucking funny. This is from Brian, and he says, I proposed to my girlfriend this weekend. Here's what it taught me about B2B sales. Oh my god. That is so fucking funny. What could it possibly teach you about B2B sales? At bro's next meeting, he's gonna be like, will you be in this B2B partnership with me? Oh my god. Here we have one from Laura. She says, a year ago today, I broke both my elbows. Here's what it taught me about B2B sales. And this one, we do have the rest of it. So we get to know what it did teach her about B2B sales. Number 1, a resilient and grit mindset are your keys to success. I'm now comfortable with 12-month sales cycles, as I had to wait this long before going back to boxing class. Be interested, not interesting. I disagree. You should be the most interesting person in the room. Breaking both elbows is a great conversation starter with prospects. Fair enough. No excuse to not PG. Prospect. It's gotta be prospect. Come on, I'm pretty good with corporate jargon usually, but I wasn't in sales. Prospect, gush, like gushers? I don't care enough to look that up. I'm so sorry. Despite the double slings and immobility, with voice to text, I could spend the long days cold texting my prospects. Your network is your net worth, physically, not just financially. With my enviable Bay Area network, that's actually true. I do love the Bay Area. San Francisco is beautiful. I never would have found such an excellent orthopedic doctor. Fair. Don't try and control the uncontrollables. I couldn't control how tripping in the street and landing normally could have such consequences. Stay safe out there, sellers. That's how it happened? Girl, I'd lie. I think you should start lying about that. I would turn into that SpongeBob episode where he gets a black eye from his toothpaste lid. Okay, and this last one, we're gonna end with what is effectively a fan fiction from Shubham, and I apologize if I mispronounced that. Phone rings. Employee. Sir, I won't be coming in today. Manager. Why? What happened? Employee. Yesterday was my last day, wasn't it? It feels real today. Manager. Damn, I'm sorry. Want to come back? Employee. I do. Every part of me does. Manager. I know. But don't. You're meant for something bigger, far bigger than this place. Employee. You've given me everything. Manager. No, you earned it all. Now go. Make me proud. Phone cuts. Employee. Softly. Love you, sir. Thank you. For everything. Bro, that's a Wattpad. That's a Wattpad. I was really inspired by this one, so I've created my own LinkedIn post. So here's mine. I'll put it on screen so you can read along and feel like you're in the story as well. My best employee came into my office on a Monday. She had thrown her hair into a messy bun and was wearing chic office siren business attire. Brooke, she said, her crystal blue orbs reflecting from the office window. I don't want a raise. I just want to work as your direct report forever. But don't I legally have to pay you? I inquired. I don't care about all of that. I love you, Brooke. We kissed so hard that I started crying and throwing up. So that's my LinkedIn post. Feel free to use it if you guys were inspired by it. You can use it, change it up, obviously put your own name in it. Alright, I'm gonna call it right there. Don't forget to murder the subscribe button and beat the shit out of the like button. And if you're feeling crazy, you can teach the bell what you learned about B2B sales over the weekend. And I will see you soon with another video.